Good evening. Thank you all. We couldn't have voted better weather, could we? My name is Ernest Andrade. I am the City of Charleston's Director of Business Development, and on behalf of the City of Charleston's Digital Corridor, I'm pleased to introduce you to the newest business on King Street, PeopleMatter, aka Project Bahamas. This is a little different. This company represents an $18.8 million investment in a building that's been sitting empty that nobody can tell me how long it's been vacant, and will bring 265 smart people to King Street. PeopleMatter, under the highly capable leadership of President and CEO Nate DePore, and many of his terrific staff are with us today, get that giveaway the PeopleMatter shirts, I guess, represents the largest private investment in a software company to be located on Peninsula Charleston. It's very significant. In addition to hearing from Nate and Chris Price, the developer of the project, you'll hear from Jonathan Yarborough with the South Carolina Department of Commerce, Charleston County Councilman, the Honorable Teddy Pryor, my boss, the Honorable Joseph B. Riley Jr., PeopleMatter Chief Operating Officer Ken Haig, and Prime South's Patrick Price. So before I slide off the stage here, these projects, it's fun to come to these projects, but there's a lot of work that goes into them. And there are three people at three levels of government that I want to thank for making this event possible today. The first one is the South Carolina Department of Commerce's Daniel Young, the Charleston County Economic Development Manager Steve Dykes, who's with us today, and the City of Charleston's Director of Planning and Neighborhoods, Tim Keene. It is now my high honor to present to you Nate DePore, President and CEO of PeopleMatter. Thank you.
Y'all hear me out there? All right. Boy, thank you all very much for being here today. I'm honored to have this opportunity to stand before you on this beautiful day in Charleston. I don't think we could have asked for any better weather. First, I want to congratulate Mayor Riley and the CVB for all the hard work you did on beating out San Francisco as the #1 tourist destination in the U.S. I have our VP of Sales, Ben Nakbar, who runs our San Francisco office in the front row here, and I had the personal pleasure of delivering this news to them a couple weeks ago, and they informed me that the reason that they won was parking is now $50 a day in San Francisco, a latte is $8, and the city is currently overrun with some type of Occupy movement. So congratulations again there for you guys. I'm excited to share with you one of the most significant milestones in our company's history to date. I'm here to announce that PeopleMatter has made the decision to relocate our company right here on the vibrant Upper King Street in downtown Charleston. So congratulations to the team members of PeopleMatter. As Ernest said, we used the code name Project Bahamas to try to keep the plan in secrecy, and as planned, we led the press and made to believe that we were opening a Tommy Bahamas retail store up here. But I'm here to confirm that this will now be our new home right here. In 1 year from now, after the building is entirely renovated, our Charleston team members will move right here to 466 King Street. By the time we've completed this first building and the second building adjacent to it by 2014, we'll have over 265 team members right here in downtown Charleston. PeopleMatter was founded on a simple idea to provide service industry employers with the opportunity to be able to identify and hire the right people. We serve restaurants, hotels, convenience stores, and retailers, and we allow them to find the right people, develop them, manage them, and inspire them to develop great service. Our success in delivering on that idea is why we selected this new corporate site. We can sum it up in 3 words of why we are here: stimulate, create, and innovate. And let me explain why. We started in a one-room office down at the Flagship Corridors office on East Bay Street a few blocks from here, a little over 2 years ago. We quickly outgrew our space, and after taking the last 2 offices that Ernest could spare, we realized it was time to move into our place we could call our own. We relocated to 7 Storehouse Row at the Navy Yard up in North Charleston, and because of its office decor and architecture, it was a great place for our first office there, but we quickly outgrew it. And it became clear that we needed to find a larger home. We began earlier this year looking for another place that we wanted to be able to call home for our team members. We didn't want our team members to be located in a place where they would be just another tech company in a two-story office building with acres of parking spaces out front and little manicured lawns. We wanted a vibrant place for our folks. We wanted a place where they would be inspired to greatness and could interact with people of all walks of life. Our new home had to be a stimulative environment where our team members could immerse themselves in their work and be inspired to create innovative products we build today. It was this thinking that led us to look to downtown Charleston as our new campus for our team members. When Ken Haig and I walked down this very sidewalk with Chris Price a few months ago, it was clear that King Street could be that stimulating environment that would inspire our team members to new levels of creativity. Our team continues to evolve and take technology in mobile, geolocation, gamification, and cloud computing to combine and shape them into pioneering and valuable tools that transform the lives of the people that matter most to us, our employees and our customers. Opportunities to work on innovative products and services that fundamentally change an entire industry come along maybe once in a technologist's life. Our team has that opportunity and continues to create products and services that will deliver and transform an entire industry, benefiting millions of Americans and people across the globe. We are building the employment platform of the customer service industry. Our campus will be this city, and our neighbors will be you, the people who work, live, and shop on Upper King Street. All of you will enhance and drive the development of our products and services and help us to continue to realize our dream of being the largest provider of innovative solutions to the customer service industry. When our vision for this new building is completed and we move into it at the end of next year, it will offer an environment that will be very incredibly stimulative, creative, and innovative for the next generation of PeopleMatter products that we're continuing to build. Our rapid journey from a small beginning and a one office on East Bay Street to the 3 offices that we now occupy today in technology hubs across the United States is a testament to our magnificent team that we've built and the products that we continue to serve with a simple idea of helping out people throughout the industry. I'd like to acknowledge the team members who have been with us since the early days. They are sitting right here in front of me. If you guys will stand up, we have our 10 longest serving team members, and give them a round of applause for it. There are 2 more personal thank yous I'd like to extend today to 2 people who have made this day a reality. The first is a man whom the word visionary is not too strong. He saw that Charleston could be a new technology center to rival Raleigh, Austin, or Atlanta, and has worked tirelessly to attract and grow technology companies right here in Charleston. He gave us our first home at the Charleston Digital Corridor, where 3 of us sat around 2 desks and a whiteboard and mapped out our early ideas of PeopleMatter. Ernest, you and your team at the Charleston Digital Corridor continue to facilitate the growth of our tech community, and I thank you for all that you've done for PeopleMatter and now this vibrant tech community in Charleston. Mayor Riley, you saw that for the long-term future of Charleston, it must be more than just America's #1 tourist destination. It had to be a place that was able to attract technology companies that would bring innovation, higher-paying jobs, and support the education for all the citizens of Charleston. Your support of the high-tech community through the flagship business incubator and companies like PeopleMatter creates the business environment in which tech companies like ourselves can thrive. Thank you very much for that. I'll end by saying that I believe that today's groundbreaking is just one more exciting step on the path to Charleston becoming a significant technology center. The West Coast has a Silicon Valley where the epicenter of technology exists today, but together, all of us are creating a new epicenter of technology right here on the East Coast in what I call the Silicon Harbor. Right here in South Carolina, right here in Charleston, right here on Upper King Street. Thank you so much. There it is. I'd like to now introduce a partner that helped make this day possible with his vision and experience in building incredible developments right here on Upper King Street. Please join me in welcoming Chris Price, the President and CEO of the Prime South Group. Chris?
Let me first start out by saying, Nate, thank you very much and your dedication, your team, for what you all are doing for this city and the commitment that you made for this city. Really, I had to step back and wonder exactly what this day is about. We know it's about jobs, we know it's about economic development, but I think it's more than that too. This project is not about a developer leasing to a tenant. This is not just about a tenant bringing jobs to a city. This truly is about entrepreneurship. It's about leadership. It's about having a vision of building a city, a community that we can all live in. It's about how the private sector and the public sector comes together to accomplish something for the good. That's what this is all about also. It's about a Mayor Riley who graciously has spent time with me talking about strategy, talking about city building, talking about how we can create a better fabric for Charleston, South Carolina, for this community. He left saying to me that whatever we can do to make this city better and whatever we can do to make this deal happen, we're going to make it happen. It's about Ernest Andrade and Tim Keene at the city, working with the state, working with the county entities, who said to me, probably within a very short order, that everybody's on board for this project. Everybody is going to make this happen for the city because it's right. And he finished up by saying, whatever we can do. It's about an individual, an attorney, Jameson Cox, who had to coordinate 3 teams of attorneys. And to keep everything straight, he would dedicate himself morning, day, and night, sometimes very late at night. There was one time that he brought 10 inches of documents to me very late at night and said, we're going to get this done because the city needs it. It's about individuals that truly have no part in this project, but believe in this community. It's about the Starbucks lady who serves me coffee every morning 3 blocks down the street. It's about a Steve Palmer that catches Nate and I peering out his 2nd floor window looking at a derelict building and said, this is going to be a home. This is going to be a home for PeopleMatter. And he puts his arms around Nate and I and says, whatever we can do, we're going to make this happen. It's about a banker, Rob Phillips, who 25 years ago gave me my first loan on a building that is my home, my office, 2 blocks down the street. It's a banker that believed in this community, believed in this city. It's a banker that said, even in these economic times, I'm going to somehow figure out how to make this work for the project. It's about a Nate DePore, friend, team member, partner, sat down with me and said, I have got to find an environment for my company. I've got to find an environment for my company that my people can thrive. They can sit there and innovate and they can create. We spent time talking about urbanism, mixed-use development, and how we can build a better city, how we can add to the community. We discussed how it's not about just filling buildings with tenants. It's about filling buildings with tenants that are the correct tenants for the street, how they can complement the street, how they can diversify the street. It's about how these tenants can work off each other and aid each other and build together as a community. It's a place where we can live, work, and play together in this neighborhood. I just want to close by saying, Nate, thank you to you and your team for understanding and wanting to be a part of this vision for a great city. This story of PeopleMatter locating downtown, it really is also about individuals who made it happen. And it's a story that exemplifies that people matter. Thank you. Jonathan, distinct honor to introduce Jonathan Yarborough. Jonathan is from South Carolina Department of Commerce that truly has stepped up to the plate for this project, and we thank him for that. Jonathan is head of the External Affairs and works on intergovernmental policy issues and special projects. But his key is he's a key liaison between the department and the legislature. Thank you.
It's a great day in South Carolina. On behalf of Governor Haley and the South Carolina Department of Commerce, thanks for having me here today. And as you've heard already, today's announcement really is the work of a team effort, and I want to recognize just a few people. First of all, I'd like to thank Nate, Charles, Ken, and the whole team at PeopleMatter. Thank you all for recognizing the benefits of doing business in South Carolina and your continued commitment to this state. Charleston Mayor Joe Riley and everyone at the City of Charleston, Chairman Teddy Pryor, and the whole Charleston County Council. And we also want to thank Steve Dykes and his folks in the Charleston County Economic Development Office, as well as Chris and his group at Prime South. And Ernest Andrade and the Charleston Digital Corridor. We've heard a lot of people thank you, and thank you for your efforts. Each of y'all helped make this project a success. South Carolina continues to see success in recruiting companies to our state, and we help existing businesses grow. We've closed projects this year totaling over 13,000 jobs, and today's announcement just builds on that success. You've heard a lot about manufacturing, and that's certainly a key focus in this state, but a lot of times the software development and related firms sort of flies under the radar. But since the beginning of 2010, Commerce has recruited more than $21 million in capital investment and 700 new jobs in the software development related industry. And we want to continue to build on that momentum. The Charleston area is home to a number of software development and computer services firms, and we want to see that sector grow here and throughout the entire state. South Carolina offers an excellent business climate, a talented workforce, and an excellent quality of life. And y'all know that here in Charleston. And all of these are important factors to helping companies like PeopleMatter grow, as well as attracting new businesses. We recognize that PeopleMatter could have made their investment anywhere, and we appreciate their decision to increase their footprint here in Charleston, South Carolina. So congratulations to PeopleMatter on this investment, and thank you for having me here today. Next, I want to welcome to the stage Teddy Pryor, Sr., the County Council Chair of Charleston County.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's always a great day in Charleston County. So we thank you so much. I'd like to thank my council members who are here today, Vice Chair Elliott Summy, Councilwoman Colleen Condon, and Councilmember Herb Sass. Also, I'd like to thank Steve Dykes and Ashley Keene, who's our Economic Development Director, Steve Dykes, and Ashley, who's his assistant, who always does a fine job, and I always brag and say he's the best in the state of South Carolina as well, in the United States. So Steve, thank you so much. Mr. Capps, Mr. DePore, Mrs. Capps, I'm sorry, Mr. DePore, Mr. Price, Mr. Yarborough, Mr. Androdi, and Mayor Riley. It is a real pleasure to be with you here today on such a great occasion. Congratulations to Mr. DePore and People That Matters on this very significant expansion. You have made a significant commitment to Charleston in a very trying time, and we are very hopeful that your optimism will spread throughout our community. PeopleMatter is a high-tech company that requires a great workforce, and we know that your search for talent could just as easily have led you to relocate to other cities in the Southeast, Northeast, or even in the West Coast. So it is a real testament to Charleston that you have cultivated a great team here and will remain and grow that presence. Thanks to Mayor Riley and Ernest Androdi, downtown Charleston is the home of the Digital Corridor, and it is remarkable to have a high technology company with a project of this magnitude sink its roots on King Street. The year 2011 has been a difficult one for many of people in Charleston, all over South Carolina, and throughout this great nation. Many are still without work, and our prayers goes out to them. Our work continues on their behalf, and we will not rest until we can put all our neighbors back to work. As bad as things may seem, I am happy to report that Charleston County has seen many signs of recovery this year. Retail sales are good. There are more small businesses opening their doors, better activity through the port, and a good tourism activity. And our promotion of the technology sector gets easier every year with companies like MUSC, Spaywar, and Boeing growing in our region. Several significant announcements have occurred this year in the aerospace sector, in the automotive sector, and with the establishment of 2 data centers. All told, we believe that the creation of at least 800 new jobs will occur in the Charleston County area by the end of 2011. This announcement today is as exciting as any we have had occurring in the downtown area, Mayor Riley, and featuring such high-paying technological jobs. So in my closing, I would ask that Mr. DePore come forward. Along with my council members, would y'all come forward at this time and let us make a presentation to Mr. DePore. So council members, would y'all come forward? Oops. Okay. Thank you, sir. You can keep that one, Mayor. Okay. I'm going to ask that you give that to Ms. Condon, Vice Chair Summey, and Councilman Herb Sass. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. So on behalf of Charleston County Council, we present this to you, and it reads as follows inside. There's an inscription that says, presented to Nate DePore, President and Chief Executive Officer of PeopleMatter, by Teddy E. Price Sr., Chairman of Charleston County Council, on this occasion of the establishment of their Technology Center in Charleston, South Carolina, this 24th day of October, 2011. Thank you so much, Nate. God bless you, and God bless all these people. Thank you very much. Before I sit down, it is with great pleasure that I introduce a longtime family friend and the mayor of this city, Mayor Joseph P. Riley.
Thank you very much, Chairman Pryor, for your kind words, and thank you in Charleston County for all of your hard work in making today possible. I thank Steve Dykes. It's such a pleasure to work with Steve. We had lots of meetings on this, and his colleagues on County Council are very dedicated public servants with whom I have the great pleasure of working with often. I was with Councilmember Summey earlier today. I have several members of Charleston City Council here, and I hope I don't leave anyone out, but raise hands if I miss you. Councilmember Mike Seekings, Councilmember Gary White, Councilmember Aubrey Alexander, Councilmember Dudley Gregory, Councilmember Dean Regal. Did I leave anybody out? Great. Let's give them a big round of applause. We wouldn't be here today without them. And I want to thank the State of South Carolina Department of Commerce. Anything like this is a complicated deal. Lots of parties are required to work together. this was, we had lots of competition. As you can imagine, lots of cities in the country would love to have PeopleMatter's international headquarters in their city. So we had to work hard. They, a for-profit company, we had to put together something that made sense for them. And we were happy that we were able to do it, and I thank everybody for making that possible. This is a big event, historic event in Charleston, and a profound one on more than one level. One is that what America gave the world in the last few centuries, in addition to the concept of democracy, was the power of the entrepreneur, the power of an idea, of free people with ideas and energy creating new things. We led the Industrial Revolution, the internal combustion engine, the car, the light bulb, the phone, all that led to huge economic progress for our country and for the world. What we have here today is a celebration of that same idea in a new advanced technological way. The power of an idea, of a creative idea that uses the currency of the time, the needed currency of the time. It uses the power of knowledge added with the power of creativity to invent something. That's what Nate and his colleagues did at PeopleMatter. They invented something that is going to transform the service and other components of that industry. It is going to make them more profitable. It is going to create jobs. It is going to help strengthen America, and we're so proud that it is here in Charleston. Also, we accept the responsibility as a community to be a nurturer. We can't sit still. We should always be moving forward. So under Ernest Andrade's most remarkable and creative leadership, we started the Digital Corridor a number of years ago because we saw that opportunity that would fit with Charleston. I'll mention that in just a moment, to help the incubation. Because nowadays, the idea that maybe a few generations ago could have easily been worked out in the garage, automobile garage, or the back room of a house requires more than that. And the Digital Corridor was a concept that we would add all of our energy and help eventually the flagships to work one-on-one to solve problems, to cut red tape, to help entrepreneurs stabilize and make that idea into reality. We're so proud that we now have 70 companies in the Digital Corridor and 3,000 employees in our city. We had 4 knowledge-based companies moved to the peninsula just in the last month. But that's a wonderful tribute to Ernest, the support of our city council and the Digital Corridor, and obviously we're so proud that Nate DePore and PeopleMatter started in the Digital Corridor and started in our flagship. The next level is where we are, King Street. This street, once a thriving retail commercial hub for this part of South Carolina, then went through what every city experienced as the communities suburbanized and people moved out from the center, and the jobs that were created here moved elsewhere to follow the people. So we were committed to not ever let King Street go the way that other main streets in America's cities had, to decay and decline and die. Because what we know about a great main street is that it is, at the best level, the public realm. It is the democratic space. It's a part of a community that everyone owns. And when you come to it to shop, when you come to it to work, when you come to it to stroll, when you come to it to ride through you, whoever you are, you own it. It's yours. It's not a private zone. It's a public zone. And we were committed to making Charleston the best revitalized, our King Street, the best revitalized main street in America. We did it piece by piece, building by building, block by block, project by project, and we're not through. But our goal is, and this is going to help it be met, that King Street be the best downtown street in America, and what we're announcing today helps us be able to claim that right. And lastly is the responsibility to our future generations and our young people now. For what we did, and all working together, all of you here and so many others, is we've worked hard to make Charleston a wonderful place to live. And when you make it a wonderful place to live, then you make it a wonderful place to visit. We all know the places we want to visit around the world are places that people love to live in, and they make them wonderful. So we made Charleston a wonderful place to live. One of the attractions to Charleston now is shopping. You see the list, the Condé Nast list. It's the restaurants, it's historic sites, and it's the shopping, it's the public realm. So we made Charleston a wonderful place increasingly for our citizens to live, and then America wants to visit. But we've got to make sure that our young people can find jobs here, because if we create the place that they want to live and they want to get their education and come back to, and we haven't done our job to create the job opportunities, then we have let them down. So what today represents is that movement, our commitment. We believe that Charleston could be a knowledge industry center in our country because of all the assets we have, and that it is a place that people want to live and that bright, young, creative people want to be. We have that, so we work hard with the Digital Corridor and with our flagships and with our Innovation Center, and going to be working very hard with the Horizon District so that your children and your grandchildren, when they get ready to settle down, they come back to a community that is brimming with knowledge-based, new technology, job opportunities that befit their capacity. Because when your people come back home and sink their roots in the city, that's when that city and that's when that future is ensured. We believe, as Nate said, that Charleston will be a knowledge industry center of our country, and the West Coast has Silicon Valley, King Street in Charleston and our region are going to be Silicon Harbor. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Get jackhammers, something different here. We couldn't get a cannon, so we got jackhammers. So we've been instructed that we've got to wear safety glasses and all this stuff. And Mayor, you're going to have to hang on here when we do this. We're going to give you your own jackhammer here. And we're going to proceed to put a hole in this ground right here. And the folks at Blanchard are going to officially, we're going to break ground right now, and then they're going to start putting this building together this week. Okay. Ernest, where are you? You want to say any words?
I should have told you that this is the noisiest company on King Street as well.
Right into that, right? Right into that. Now we got to get the other guys, got to get theirs nearby too. Mayor, come on over here, Mayor. There we go. Try not to put a hole in our foot here real quick.
You want to get in there?
Okay, I'll move over. I'm going to move over.
There's a sledgehammer right there.
Oh yeah, it really. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's go drink next door.